What's up, y'all? Hopefully you can hear me. Oh my god. My camera is like super lagged. That's probably bad, right? I wonder if that's because of these changes. Is it out of sync
He
for you
has a
guys, or is
flat
it just
brain.
lagging on my end? I'm thinking for 84 months. Let's see if I can fix my camera being weird here real quick. Hello. All right. Well, let me let me know if it starts drifting during the stream again. You can't do one thing without some unrelated fucking thing going the fuck wrong. You know? That's how everything works. Just checking to see if the stream PC is like extra working its ass off or something. %30%. It's drifting already. Fucking hell, man. Hello? Hello? What the fuck? I don't know. I turned on use buffering. I don't know what caused it to drift it all in the first place. Guess we'll see how it goes. So.
Oh shit! You scared me. Hello.
Sorry.
Why are you so loud?
Don't be scared. I don't have COVID.
So yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. If I don't, I'm one lucky son of a bitch. I'm very immune if I don't have it because I am living deep in the COVID world right now. I haven't tested positive yet though. I took a test this morning and it was still negative.
It's just
Uh,
Arcus, right?
yeah, yeah. But I mean, he's coughing constantly and everything. And it's been like 4 or 5 months since I had COVID, so I'm definitely capable of catching it again. Um, so we'll see. I feel
Yeah.
fine so far. Like I had a headache this morning, but part of me feels like it's like a placebo effect sort of thing, where
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if that's the right word, but where I'm
You
like,
got that sympathy pregnancy.
yeah, yeah. Um, Man, I wish you lived closer right now, not so I could give you COVID, but
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm glad I don't right now.
yeah, yeah, honestly. But I would love for you to see this audio setup I've done to make this all work. It's uh it's like my crowning achievement as a streamer.
I'm sure
Because
it's very majestic.
we're doing two PCs and one stream PC. So I'm
Mm.
having to pipe all the audio, and we're running OBS twice basically on the stream PC. So I have two separate soundboard or audio mixers, and I've got like our lav mics going into my audio mixer, and then they're coming out on a bus into his audio mixer, so that we can both have the same mics, but he can have his alerts and his game
Wow.
sound separate. It's special. It's the most I've had to sit and just think
Yeah.
to set up something for a stream probably ever. Um,
Man, look at you.
but yeah.
You're here and you started from, your mic going, "You're watching good boys." So,
Uh,
well done.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I was telling Matt because I remember when I switched to the dual stream setup, dual PC setup, and like he was trying to help me just do the audio, and I was like, "No, this makes sense."
And
Like, yeah,
he
but yeah,
said, "Today is the first day that you can start that thing that you haven't started."
yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, yeah. I'm glad we have one of every fucking type of cable in the world because the number of things I've done to make this all work. It's like I need another cable. I need
Yeah.
another cable.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's always like whenever I get cables for anything, I usually get extras because you just know that like it's gonna come in handy.
yeah, yeah. And God, the number of HDMI splitters I got going on too. So many HDMI splitters. Cause like program out from the ATEM is being split off 3 times. Like one so we can see program out, one to go into a capture card for him, and then one for me. So it's like it's just I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just a lot there's a lot of shit going on to make
God,
this work.
it's so funny. You're coming in here like this. You're like strong Doge to my sad Doge
Oh, what's
because
happened to you?
right before the stream, because I'm a moron, I thought, man, I should really do that separate music channel thing. So I was looking
Oh, where
into
it's like
that.
on a different track.
Yeah. So I was looking into that like half an hour before the stream here. And I'm like, this can't be that hard. But, it wasn't long before I was looking at Voice Meter Banana again. And,
Oh God.
I did it. But, like, in, that usual situation of, like, you do something that should not affect anything else. And then, like, my camera was, like, lagging. Like,
Oh,
what
what the
happened to
fuck?
my camera? Why?
Did you figure it out?
I think I did. It seems okay now. I had to turn on buffering for my camera. But it's just like, man, all I wanted to do was just not get my fucking VODs muted anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I realized that the HDMI splitters that I have the most of, the REI ones,
Mm.
are capped at 30 FPS.
Mm.
Um,
That's awful.
so yeah, yeah. So I switched my game PC. So hopefully, because people have brought it up before whenever you and I stream together, they're like, your stream looks more framey than Co's.
Right.
And like, what video card do you have and all this? Um, and it's the HDMI splitters. But I think the new ones I've switched to are 60 FPS. So
Yeah.
hopefully,
You gotta look for those ones with the high hertz and the. I mean, it's a pain in the ass now because there's like 15 Chinese factories that all make the same thing with the same box because they all buy those from one other factory. So it's like
right?
brand names. Brand names are kind of irrelevant now. You got to get the right shaped thing.
Yeah, yeah. I need to find a DisplayPort splitter because I have 144 hertz monitors, but the none of the HDMI splitters are 144 hertz.
Is
Only
your
the DisplayPort ones
monitor
are.
is your monitor HDMI 2.1 or whatever or 2?
Well, it's the splitters that's the problem.
Well, right, but like I'm not sure that there are any for DisplayPort that are high
Oh,
hertz or
really?
whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I went through this. Well,
Oh,
so actually what I went through was maybe actually just don't listen to me because I'm thinking of this from the other direction of getting it to my capture card. Because I have a high refresh rate capture card so that I can allow my monitor to be 144 hertz and my stream to be 60 hertz. Because if you have a
uh,
capture card that doesn't support 144 hertz, you'll get clamped down
oh,
on
I
your
see.
monitor, which sucks shit.
Right, right.
But that's probably not the problem you have.
You can't hear Co. Whose chat is this? That's Arcus's chat. I know the fix.
He's an expert.
I am.
My ultimate audio setup was when y'all came to our house, and your response to that was to
Sit on it.
destroy one of my headsets with your magic ring.
Huh. Uh,
And then tried to encore that with the cat.
well, I thought I'd sat on the cat. Tell me if Coast's too loud. I'll have to adjust him. I can't hear.
Am I
I don't
too
think he's loud.
loud?
Holy shit, he is loud. Okay.
He has a flat brain.
All right.
I bet correctly. Oh, good. My camera's lagging again. That's awesome. Good. All right.
This is one of those no camera kind of nights.
Yep. I just switched it off.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm just-
I bet the all right was him cutting it off. Ain't laggy no more.
Yep. Can't lag. It can't be seen.
Yep.
Man, what if Arcus has 1 month COVID, dude?
Jesus, dude. Honestly, everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. It has been
What else
a
has gone
nightmare.
wrong?
Oh my God. So he was supposed to land at like 8 o'clock at night, and there was a storm in Atlanta, so they had to divert his flight to South Carolina. And the place they landed in South Carolina isn't that far from here. It's like 2.5 hours. So I'm like, I'll just come and get you. Just get off the plane. They wouldn't let him off the plane because there wasn't customs at this airport. So he had to sit there on the plane. I managed to call Delta and get his flight switched, but he ended up landing here at 1 a.m., which is like we only had like that night and the next day to set up here and like get everything ready. So you know, we get home at like 2 a.m. or whatever, and then get to bed at like 4, because we like sat and like try to do some of our like planning and stuff. And so the next day we come up here to start setting up, and this fucking cat that I've been watching apparently has fleas all of a sudden. So like we walk in the house and I'm just covered in fleas, like just getting ate alive. And I'm like, dude, we can't even we got to get out of here. I was like, I got to go get bombs. We got to bomb this house. So we had to leave for 5 hours to bomb the house.
Oh no.
Yeah. And like again, we had so little time. So we bombed the house or whatever. Now he's a little on the quiet side. Okay. We're gonna get there.
Welcome to America, Arcus. You have fleas.
Yeah, honestly. And so we finally get to start setting everything up, and it's this isn't really a setback, but like my opinion of what needs to be done to start the subathon was like we got to get this computer set up, this tech set up, et cetera, et cetera. Arcus is like we have to dust. We have to. He's like the number of magnets on the refrigerator are too many, and we need to remove some magnets. It's just it was all these things. Like, what are you talking about right now? I have a little like beetle that's a yellow beetle. Looks kind of like my GSR. It's from when I was a little kid though, and it sits on the windowsill in the kitchen. And we had this big argument about this because he's like, you cannot have this in the kitchen. It's a health hazard. If you look at my Twitter, you can see how tiny this little car is. That's apparently a health hazard to have in a kitchen.
I have to tell you, dude. I would like your written apology mailed to me at some point in the near future. You know, you can take your time. I know you're busy. For making fun of me because I won't touch my food with my fingers. Because I don't give a shit about your bug on your windowsill.
Honestly, the number of things Arcus had to do versus what I needed to do to go live was
You had to
so
fix the whole feng shui of your whole place.
honestly, yes, and he just keeps saying like this is my stream too, good, and I have an image I need to uphold and all this. I'm like, I don't think anyone's gonna leave your channel because there's a little yellow beetle on the windowsill. He's like, it's too cluttered, and I'm like, oh my god, okay. We will eventually there was 2 cars. There was a little black beetle and a little yellow beetle, and we compromised, and I got to keep one. So that's where we ended up. Yeah. So then you know the software everyone uses for subathon things made by a guy named Dustin, who's funny enough from the Netherlands as well. And the way it works is you run it the instance. You don't even install. You just zip it, unzip it, and run it, and it writes to a text file, clock.txt, and it writes whatever the time is on the clock. And every time someone does something, through the API, through Stream Elements, it writes to that text file. Well, my thought was we'll just run the app twice, and we'll have it be two different folders. I'll delete one of the clock.txt's, and I'll just make a symbolic link between the two. So it'll always write to the same text file, and that's what both of our streams will read from. Well, that all kind of worked, but apparently the app holds the current time in memory, and it doesn't read from the text file to get the time. It only writes to the text file when something changes. So if you would like sub to me, it would bring the time up, but Arcus's time wouldn't come up because it's not reading from the text file. It's only holding the time left in memory, and then it writes the text file when there's a change. So that didn't work. And I'm like, well, fuck. I